Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is September 4th. And why do I say September? Because, yes, it is turning into early Octember. We've already had a number of different fails. There were a couple that were just like minor inconveniences that I just took care of, and that was it. But the other day, I realized that I needed to add some water to the pool. It evaporates, and it's been weeks and that. So I go over to the hose. So I go and I dig through the jungle over here, and I get to the hose. And there you can see my four-way manifold that's there. There's only two hoses for now, but eventually there might be more, so that's why I did that. And you'll notice there's power for the AC right there, so I can't mount the manifold right on the faucet because it's too close to the house. So I have to use this little angle piece over here. So I went and I turned the faucet on, and as soon as I went to adjust the manifold, the entire manifold fell off and water was just shooting out of the valve here. That was a big problem. That was a really big problem because years ago when I put that on there, I don't know what the deal was, but it took me like an hour to attach that thing. It just didn't want to go. Or if it did, it would leak. And then they put like a rubberized thing around the hose thing to make it easy for you to screw on. But I need to tighten that with like a pair of pliers just to ensure it doesn't leak. Because sometimes I'll leave the hose on and just pressurized like that, so I don't want any leaks. And when I would go to do that, then the rubber would turn on the metal thing, and it wouldn't turn the metal thing to actually tighten the fitting. So what actually happened over by the faucet there? Well, I'll show you. This is what happened. It broke clean off. I didn't press down on the manifold or anything like that, or like lean on it. I just went to the little valve thing to turn it, and it just popped and broke like that. So not a big deal. I went and I got another little adapter here. I actually had found these at Walmart, I think on clearance many years ago, and bought, I don't know, 6 of them. I have 2 of these in service right now on the washing machines for those valves to make the valves fit properly where it is, and they've been fine, no leaks, although this fitting can be prone to leaking, so that was one thing. Here you can see how the pliers chewed up the rubber on that, and sometimes the rubber, like I said, will turn on the metal piece. As far as all the crusties in there, I don't know. What I do know is you can actually make pancakes out of that. Har, har, har. If anybody gets the joke, but look at that. Wow. So clearly something went wrong, and the metal just gave up. So no problem. I had a bunch more of these things, so I go and I get one, and I go to try that out, and I just about came to the backyard, and I said, oh wait, not a good idea. Let me go to the hose in the front first. So I did, and I attached the manifold to the thing. This thing went on the end of the hose. That way I could check that connection right here for leaks first, and it was pissing out everywhere. So apparently whatever piece I had was no good, and either I didn't know that or I kept it anyway after knowing it was no good. So I got another one, and I put that on. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I go to take the manifold off. This piece unscrews from here, stuck in the manifold. So now the only recourse I have is to put a pair of pliers on the threads that are in here, totally buggering up the rest of it. So there's no chance of fixing it. Thank you, made in China. So that unscrewed, so that was no good. So then I get a whole new one, and I test it out in the front again, and finally no leaks. Now I had to install it back on the faucet. So a lot of you are saying, but Jay, it's a simple hose connection, it just screws on. Well, when you have the AC power line in the way there, it's not that easy. And when you have a heavy manifold on it, it's not that easy. So I don't know, I just recalled my problems that I had originally when I put that on there 5, 6 years ago. I don't remember. I actually have a video that I'll put some clips in from right here from years ago when I had a manifold on there and it failed. When I turn the water on, even though it's just got full flow, you can see that water's pissing out. And it ain't pissing out from here. No, the housing is split somewhere. And it's leaking. But you can see that that would definitely be a made in China fail right there. I have a new sprinkler now. So yeah, that's kind of awesome. In case you wondered what it might look like if you had all 4 of them chooching, that's what it looks like. Fucking thing is leaking. This is like unreal. Now I got a leak here because you disturbed it, so now that's got a leak. And this, as tight as I can make it, just ain't having it. So I'm going to take it off and wrench tighten everything and see if that'll do it. Okay, I'm a fucking moron. I just realized something totally stupid. There ain't no washer in the fucking thing. And I said, did somebody really just take the washer? I said, no, maybe it's in the, you know, and there he is. So we're going to steal that and hook it up and try it again. I hate days like this where you do something totally stupid and don't even realize it, damn it. But anyway, she's on. We're still leaking. But it looks like it's leaking from the valve? No, maybe? Okay, the packing nut, or whatever you call it, in the valve itself was leaking. I took the screw out here. Took that out. And we still got a fucking leak, but tired of playing with it right now. I had to tighten this up. And I had to tighten this up because it's pissing out right over here. So that's done. It still kind of leaks a little bit, but you know, it is kind of outside and it's the hose and that, but it shouldn't be leaking, but it is. And I don't know, I mean, I could replace this piece. I can't just put this right on there because the cable here is in the way. But I'm going to call that good enough for now. Just pop the handle back on and we'll see what happens. So I decided to try something a little bit different this year. Instead of getting all upset that this happened, let me go into this with a very clear and level head and a can-do attitude. I don't know what became of me to actually think to do that, but I sort of psyched myself up and I went in there and I screwed the thing on and I tightened it with a pair of pliers. The hoses went right on the manifold. I turned it on and not a single leak. So perhaps if you have Octember problems, go into the problem and attack it with a can-do attitude and a level head. You'd be surprised how many problems you actually can overcome. I actually went a step further and I had a bunch of stuff I had to order from Home Depot. So I went on their website, there we go, and I found these. Totally by accident. They're allegedly brass, they're made in China, but, you know, theoretically, they look to be of better quality all around. They're not scaly inside, obviously. I do see a seam here, so it does look like that threaded portion actually threads into this thing. So I guess that problem is just going to be, you know, any time really. If you over tighten the hose on there, then chances are you're going to rip these threads out. But whatever. Anyway, I got 2 of these, and I'm going to just hang on to these because the one outside is working now, and that's only in use really only during the spring and summer months. So I'm going to hang on to these just in the event that one of the washing machine ones starts having problems. And I really, really hope that A, they don't, and B, that it doesn't just fail catastrophically where the entire valve falls off and the basement floods because that thing is open. But then again, with my very low water pressure, maybe that won't be so much of a big deal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.